Coming up next on the Jeff Crilley Show, we're going to talk about all things men's grooming with an international expert. His name is Michele Callegari. He's in the studio and he's the head of Barbarinos. It's an international brand. You're not going to want to miss this episode. Next.
Many are predicting that the worst is yet to come, which is unfortunate, said one person here. Until now, they've enjoyed the reputation of being the nation's icebox.
Watched a burglar in his home this morning by webcam.
As a journalist of over 25 years, stories are what make my world turn.
Reporting live from the Dallas newsroom tonight, Jeff Crilley, Fox 4 News.
But in 2008, I took the jump from my familiar life and started a PR firm from my home.
We're talking about anyone with a camcorder like the one I'm using becomes a television network.
We started slowly growing the company, and we now have over 100 clients, and we've branched into the world of live digital broadcasting. I now own 8 different TV studios and have a huge team, and the stories that I now get to share are sometimes the most important of my life. Life has a funny way of coming around full circle. This is the Jeff Crilley Show.
Well, if you go back even 30 years ago, there was no such thing as men's grooming. Let's be honest. It was a barbershop, right? A shave and a haircut. But then in the last 20 plus years, it's become very fashionable to pay attention to men's grooming. And somebody who knows that very well is my next guest. Michele Callegari is in the studio. He's the CEO and co-founder of Barbarinos. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me here.
Absolutely. All right. So I made that statement that here in the U.S., I don't think I remember like men's grooming becoming a thing until maybe the late 90s. I mean, when did it become a thing?
Actually, it became a thing the first 2000 or late 90s, as you were saying. And I think that the first global ambassador of that was David Beckham.
Yes.
We trace it back to this first global ambassador because it was really a global
yes.
thing, and he was also the first one. Like if you see on the soccer field,
yes.
Changing the haircut,
yes.
and putting tattoos on him. While
yes.
before him, more or less like nobody was like talking about like style, men's styles amongst
yes.
also the athlete and stuff like that.
Well,
so
let's talk about facial hair in general, Michele, because in the U.S., it's very fashionable for men to have a little bit of scruff. In Italy, where you're from, is it clean-shaven?
Yes, actually, we have been through like some changes, and I would say that U.S. was anticipating it a bit because the rough beard or kind of like 3-4 days beard became popular kind of 8 to 10 years ago, and now we are seeing the trend switching back like
yes.
to a clean shave.
Yes.
First in the US, and now we are seeing that in Italy too. So going back to the 90s, to the 90s look, I would say.
Yes.
And we see it not only in the type of booking that we have in our store, but also on the product sales categories. So we see like kind of minus 10, 15% on beard care and plus 20%
yes.
in shaving.
Well, and I'm speaking for myself because my wife likes clean shaven. She doesn't even like it if I have a day's growth of beard. It gets scruffy.
Yes, yeah. I do agree with you, like you say. You know.
All right, we're going to pull up your website because you are an international company. You have some 24 locations across the globe, and one of them is here in Dallas. Why don't you talk about Stanley Korshak?
Yes, actually we have kind of, as you were saying, 20 locations globally, so mainly they are in Italy. Then we have one in Seoul and 2 in New York cities, and they represent our first step into the United States market. And from there, from the East Coast, we are gradually expanding west, and Dallas is one of my favorite towns actually, because I love Texas, and who doesn't?
It's a great town.
Yeah, and so here we started like bringing our products here, and we our brand is present at Stanley Korshak. So for example, yes. and this is the first step to establish a direct presence in the city as well.
And talk a little bit about Stanley Korshak, iconic brand here in Dallas. Why did you decide to have your first location in Dallas at Stanley Korshak?
Because we wanted to do a bold step in, and Stanley Korshak is one of the milestone of American retails,
Yes.
especially when it comes to men's grooming, to men's in general, yes, men's fashion, and like when you, especially if you want also to have a comprehensive interpretation of men's fashion and lifestyle, you just cannot stop at like apparel.
Yes.
So for example, I'm thinking you have Keaton maybe that dress you up, and you have Brunello Cucinelli that bring you the cashmere, but then you have Barbarino that take care from your neck up.
Yes.
And because in Italy we have this concept that we call tutti insieme, means all together. Mm-hmm. So you cannot just like being on a nice suits and disregard your face, or the way you shake the hands and stuff like that. It just come with a all-together approach that we want to be part of with Barbarinos.
Outstanding. You did a piece recently on Channel 8, Good Morning Texas. I want to go ahead and roll that piece.
As always, you guys, it is so much more than just a shave and a haircut. Our first guest is on a mission to make men's grooming feel like the ultimate self-care experience, even for the men out there. So from all the way in Italy to Madison Avenue, and now the Big D, Barbarino's co-founder and CEO, Michele Callegari. Did I say that right?
Yeah,
yeah, pretty good at it. Okay, I'm like, okay, I got the accent this morning. He's here to share his story and where you can find him and so much more, and the fabulous things that he brought on this table. Good morning to you.
Good morning to you all.
So glad to have you here. So you're a former finance professional. So how did we then delve into men's self-care? What inspired you to want to co-found this?
It's a very simple story. My co-founder and I were working in London in finance and then in Milan, and we were jealous about our girlfriends because we were working very hard, and when we wanted to relax, like they could go and relax in this beautiful luxury salon, hair and beauty with marbles, smart screen. And when it comes to men, there was nothing like that. The places were like very, very old dated, no credit card, no booking online. No American Express.
It hasn't evolved at all, it sounds like.
And so we decided, let's create our own.
Nice. And, so you found a niche and you filled it.
Yes, and especially there was never a curation of product. People bringing innovation also with the product for grooming, for formulation and stuff. So we decided to create our own, and we started from a small store and a selection of a couple of products, and then we arrive here in America.
I was about to say, you're here in America all the way from Italy, so you're doing something right. How did you come up with the name Barbarinos? Tell me a little bit more about that.
That was kind of a star alignment, because when I went home, like I was telling to my parents, I'm gonna quit my job, we designed this brand, we're ready to start, and they told me, listen, my dad told me, your great-grandfather went to the United States in 1910, and he went to work on the railroad in Boston. And at the time, there was no Netflix or football. So when people finished doing their job, they were going home and doing other jobs.
Right.
And so there was the guy was baking, the guy was tailoring. And my great-grandfather found this wooden box from the previous tenant with two drawers, one with the scissor and a straight razor, and the other one was for the cash.
Okay.
And so he said, okay, this is going to be my job. And so he learned by himself how to shave, and he became famous within the Italian-American community in Boston as Barbarino, that was meaning little barber.
I love this.
And so we decided, okay, this is gonna be my name. So we added an apostrophe S. And so we wanted to
make
mean
it your
that
own, yeah.
We wanted to say that the same passion, attention to detail, that were typical of the Italian immigrants that came here a century ago. We wanted to bring it back with Barbarino.
Make it more modern, make it evolved for today. I love a good name with a story behind it, and you have just that with so much history connected to it as well.
And very happy that in America you keep everything. So we went to Ellie Island. We recovered the register with this boat, his signature, and we printed in our store on Madison Avenue. We printed on the wall. So we bring this back.
You really have leaned into the theme. I love it. Let's talk about some of the stuff that's on the table. What can we expect from some of the grooming products that you guys offer?
So with Barbarino, we want to be one brand, one stop. So we want to cover everything about the grooming routine of a man. So starting from hair care, styling, shaving, beard care, skin care, we got you covered. And the common thread about our product line is that we want to choose all those ingredients that are typical of the Mediterranean area and give you maybe the Italian vibes of.
Okay, so the ingredients are coming from locally as well, like from Italy as well.
Yeah, so for example, for the shaving, we use the bergamot and neroli. So that
smells divine.
Is designed to bring you like the feeling to be in Sicily, where there is the Golden Valley.
You just get transported. You have to shave. I mean, it's something you have to do every day, right? So why not get transported as you do it to a place a little bit more luxurious than your bathroom? I love that. Very good.
And then we have accessories as well, and all the accessories for shaving or traveling are handmade. They're all handmade by our artisan in Tuscany, because this is what we think Italy is all about. Also, is craftsmanship and doing things with their own hands, especially in a world that is always automated, more automated and stuff. We just like the things that we can still do our object with our own hands.
I feel like someone's watching right now and thinking, okay, this is exactly the stocking stuffer I was looking for, which this is perfect timing actually, because you have a pop-up event at Stanley Korshak.
Yes.
Of course, it's coming this Saturday, or it's through this Saturday actually, so we have plenty of time to go check you guys out. What can people expect when they show up?
First of all, you will get our master barber, Simone from Milano, is here. And you're gonna experience the best Italian shave of your life. So you need to go there. It's complimentary. It's just for us you get to know the brand, and then you will get the curation of our products. It's gonna be, in my opinion, the best men's grooming product.
Yeah, heck yeah, it will be for sure. But then when you get the experience to go along with it, I mean, how could you not get the product? Michele, this is nice. I like this. I might have to keep this in mind. Dad, don't watch too closely. This might end up in your stocking this year. Thank you so much for being here this morning. You guys, make sure you check out Stanley Korshak now through Saturday to check out Barbarinos.
All right, you're not just the co-founder, you're a customer. You use your own products. So we brought some stuff on the set. Tell us what we're looking at here.
So for example, here I brought a selection of the shaving products. So we have set that cover up all the shaving routine, like so pre-shave, shave, and after shave.
Yes.
And they're all travel size. And then for people who likes to shave like once upon a time with a brush, we have this one of our best seller is shave soap, citrus scented, so always to give you the vibe of Mediterranean lifestyle and stuff that it works with a brush. And then, since we were saying we are coming back with a neat, clean shave look, we developed a face sheet mask specifically tailored for the shape of the shape of the face of a man's face, and that works very well both as an aftershave. You keep it 20 minutes on your face after you do the shave, or when you're watching Netflix, you choose. And you can keep it also in the fridge. So for example, I keep it in the fridge. So if you open my fridge, I have tomato soup, face sheet mask and stuff, because so they're very, very, very cold when you put on your face, and they give you a boost of hydration and keep your skin tonic. And so this is one of our big hit in the latest 12 to 18 months.
Well, here in the U.S., a guy can spend 5 minutes in the bathroom and a woman spends 45 to an hour in the bathroom. In Italy, a man may spend as long in the bathroom getting ready as a woman?
Let's say that when I came here at the beginning, I was trying to fight these stereotypes of the Italian men that are vain because they spend a lot of time in front of the mirror. But then actually, it's true. So I stopped fighting that, but it's not a matter of vanity. It's something deeper. I mean, it's a matter of respect of yourself, but also of the others, because you want to look good for the others.
Yes.
Because the people you are with, you are interviewing me, you are important to me, so I want to be, well groomed when I come here, dressed up for you and stuff. And I think that this is kind of a mentality that we are seeing growing more and more also here in the United States. And when we see this desire to shift from a 5 minutes shower and go approach to a more kind of Italian or Mediterranean rituals around your grooming or getting set up for the day.
Yes.
Because eventually we are talking about small gesture. It's nothing like complicated. You don't need to have like women like 10 or 20 items on your sink. You just need those couple of things like to hydrate you, but especially to make that gesture that give you the sense of pride that you're doing something for yourself, like 2 minutes, 3 minutes before getting ready for the day. And that sense of pride give you energy to face the day with a positive attitude. And with this very simple gesture, you're like a better man.
Yes.
And it's as simple as that. And better men make up for better world. So
and I think
why not?
I'm speaking for myself. I think a clean-shaven man looks younger. So
it does. That's why
if you have gray in your beard, even if your hair is dark, you're giving away your age.
Yes,
and there's no need to.
It's true. Yes.
Yes.
I agree. That's why now that I'm getting older, I'm getting like clean shaved, so I try to compensate.
I love it. I love it. Okay, we have about 2 minutes left, so look into the camera on the left and talk to the viewer about why they might need to pay a visit to Stanley Korshak.
Yeah, first of all, like you're gonna see the curation of our product at Stanley Korshak, and every 3 or 4 months we bring our master barber from Milan with a trunk show over there, so over here in Dallas. When there is, you just need to show up because you're gonna experience the best shave of your life, and is gonna be that kind of moment that really put a towel on your on your face, literally.
I love it. I love it. Thank you so much for sharing your heart and your wisdom and your incredible brand. We're going to end with his website, which is barbarinosworld.com. The great Michele Callegari. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
You bet.
It was a pleasure.
That's it for now. We'll see you next time.